Hello my dear children, and today topic is human evolution, how we human beings evolved, who are our ancestors. So as you can see in this image that we evolved from some ape-like creatures. So these are our ancestors. They are Dryopithecus. And afterwards, Ramapithecus evolved, then Australopithecus, Homo erectus, Neanderthal man, Cro-Magnon man, and finally we present day human beings. These are called modern man. So we will see how this evolution takes place. First, what is our place in the kingdom Animalia? So we belongs to this kingdom Animalia. Second, our phylum is Chordata. Next class is Mammalia. And our order is Primates. And we belongs to superfamily, that is Hominidae. And our family is Hominidae. Genus is Homo and the species is Sapiens. So this is our classification. So in this order Primates, along with man, other organisms also came. For example, monkeys, apes, and these prosimians. So who are prosimians? These lemurs and the pterosaurs are prosimians. And from these evolved these new world monkeys, then old world monkeys, finally apes. And from apes, we human beings came into existence. So we all belong to this order Primates. So what are the characteristics of all these organisms? First, they have a large brain. Second, all of these use their hands for performing different actions. Third, they have a complex behavior. So these are the three most important features of the organisms which belongs to this order Primates. Now, we will see what are the changes that take place in evolution of man, or simply you say how we human beings evolved from these apes. So what are the changes takes place during this journey? First, there is an increase in size and the complexity of brain. Our brain size also increased and its cranial capacity has also increased during this evolution, and because of that we become more intelligent. Second, as I say, the cranial capacity has increased. Third, bipedal locomotion means we are able to walk. Next, opposable thumb. We can use our thumb for grasping different objects because our thumb is opposable to the fingers, so that helps in grasping or holding the different objects. So that is the characteristic of our human beings. Next, erect posture. Because of this bipedal locomotion, we have an erect posture. Next, shortening of forelimbs. As you can see in the diagram, this is human beings and this is ape from which we evolved. So here you can see these apes have long forelimbs and short hind limbs. But in human beings, you will see that our forelimbs has shorter. These are our forelimbs and these are shortened and these hind limbs lengthen. So that is a part of evolution. Next, development of chin. This chin has developed and such face of human skull is called orthognathous face and the face of ape is called prognathous face. Next, broadening of pelvic girdle takes place. This is our pelvic girdle, you can see here also. So this pelvic girdle is broad in case of humans. Here it is elongated one. it is not that much broad, but in human beings it become broad, and the lumbar curvature is also developed. Here you can see this one. So in this diagram you can see this curvature. This is called lumbar curvature, but in case of ape you will see there is no curvature, there is no band like this. This is called lumbar curvature. So in human beings lumbar curvature is present, and because of that we are able to stand erect, we are able to move. And the last step, social and cultural development also takes place during this evolution. We are able to speak, we develop art and use different tools. So these are the changes that takes place in humans during the evolution. So what are these? We just go through it fast. First, the brain size has increased. Second, cranial capacity has also increased. Third, bipedal locomotion. We are able to move on our legs. Next, opposable thumb that helps in grasping the objects. Next, erect posture. We have an erect posture. We can stand erect. Next, shortening of forelimbs and lengthening of these hind limbs. Next, development of chin. Next, broadening of this pelvic girdle takes place. And the most important, that is development of this lumbar curvature, which is absent in these apes, and that is responsible for this erect posture. And finally, the most important characteristic is the social and the cultural development also takes place with this evolution. So what are the most important stages in the origin of man? First is ape-like stage, that is Dryopithecus. Next, man-like stage. Now the organism looks more like man instead of ape, and that is Ramapithecus. Next, there is a connecting link between the ape and the man, that is Australopithecus. Next stage is of Homo habilis. They are called handymen because they develop different tools. Next stage is our Homo erectus, means these individuals are able to stand erect. Their posture is erect and they are called ape man. Next is our Homo neanderthalensis, that is commonly called Neanderthal man. They are the advanced prehistoric men. And finally our modern man, that is Homo sapiens. So this is the sequence how the modern man came into existence. First Dryopithecus, second Ramapithecus, Australopithecus, then Homo habilis, Homo erectus, next is Neanderthal man, and finally Homo sapiens. So first is our Dryopithecus, and they are also called proconsul. So they evolved 20 to 25 million years ago. As you can see in the diagram also, that they have a ape-like appearance, and if you see their body features, they are similar to the chimpanzee, and they are semi-erect. You can see the posture is not erect, they are semi-erect. And what are the site of their fossil, from where we found the record of these Dryopithecus? So that they are found from this Lake Victoria in Africa, and recently new fossils of these Dryopithecus are also obtained from India, that is Harithalanga in Bilaspur district of Himachal Pradesh. So these Dryopithecus are ape-like. They are semi-erect in posture and resembles chimpanzee. Second is our Ramapithecus. As the name suggests, Ramapithecus means these are man-like. Their appearance, you can see, is man-like. Ram belongs to India, so their fossils also found from India, that is from Shivalik hills of India. And their body feature, you see, they have a erect posture, they can stand erect. So Ramapithecus, they evolved 12 to 14 million years ago. And what is the most important characteristic? Ramapithecus means Ram. So Ram belongs to India. So they are found their fossils from the Shivalik hills of India, and they have a man-like appearance, means they stand erect. Third is our Australopithecus, and it is evolved 4 to 1.8 million years ago. And this is the connecting link between the ape and the man. They have the characteristic of both ape and the man, that is why they are called connecting link. So it is commonly known as man with ape brain. Their brain is ape-like. So what are the characteristics, features of these Australopithecus? First, we will see what are the characteristics which resembles ape. So their jaw and teeth are large. Their face, you can see here, they have a prognathous face and chin is absent. That are the characteristic of ape. Next, what are the characteristics that resembles man? They are 4 feet tall, they walk nearly straight, lumbar curvature is present. That is the most important development in these Australopithecus, that lumbar curvature has developed. Their dentition is man-like. Their cranial capacity also more, that is 450 to 600 cc. And what is their fossil site? That is Lime Quarry Tuang, South Africa. So their fossils recovered from this South Africa. Next is our Homo habilis. They are handymen. You can see in the figure also that they use different tools. They develop different tools. They evolved 2.5 to 1.4 million years ago. And what is their appearance? They are called tool maker or the skillful man. Now, all further stages looks more like men because they are more developed. So their appearance will like a man, and they are called handy or tool maker mans. Their body feature is, first, they walk erect because they are man like. Their dentition is also man-like. Their cranial capacity is also developed more, that is 640 to 800 cc. What is the special feature? They made tools from stones and they are vegetarian. They don't eat meat. And what is the site of their fossil? The fossils recovered from this George, Tanzania in Africa. So their fossils are also recovered from the Africa. Now the next stages are Homo erectus, and they appear 1.5 million years ago. And their appearance is ape man, and they are also called Java man or Peking man because their fossils were recovered from these Java and the Peking. So what is the characteristic of their body? First, they are 5 feet tall, means their height has increased. They walk straight, they have prognathous face, that is a primitive characteristic. They have a massive jaw, huge teeth, chin is absent. Again, a characteristic of ape. Their cranial capacity is 900 cc. So here some primitive characteristics of apes appear in these Homo erectus. What are the special features? They are omnivorous. They eat both grass and also meat. And second characteristic of these, they use fire for the first time. Who use the fire for the first time? These Homo erectus, and they are omnivorous. And what is the site of their fossil? As their name suggests, that is Java in Japan and the Peking in China. Next is a Neanderthal man, and their fossils recovered 40,000 to 1 lakh years ago. So they are very recent, and their appearance is advanced prehistoric man. So here you can see their examples in to today's modern man, you can see. So what are the characteristics of these Neanderthal men? They walk erect, they have prominent brow ridges. You can see they have these eyebrows, heavy build. It is very muscular and they are very strong. Deep jaw, no chin, cranial capacity. You can see that is very high. That is 1450 cc. And what are the special features? They use flint tools. Instead of simple stones, they use special tool, that is our flint tools. They live in caves, use hides. You can see their body is covered by the dress. They bury their dead ones along with tools and the food. Means they believe in life after the death. So such rituals are also found in these Neanderthal men. And what is the site of their fossil? That is Neanderthal Valley in Germany. So their body structure is heavily built. They used to cover their body, and they have some rituals like burying their dead ones along with tools and the food. And they use special tools, that is flint tools, lives in caves. These are the important characteristics of this Neanderthal man, and their cranial capacity is also very high, that is 1450 cc. Last is our modern man, and in this first is a Cro-Magnon man. They are called Homo sapiens fossilis, and they evolved 50,000 years ago, and their appearance is like modern man. So in that figure you can see they are doing some painting over this cave. So here these are erect and their height is further increased. They become 6 feet tall. Earlier 4 feet, 5 feet, and now 6 feet tall. Distinct chin. Now the chin is developed completely. Nose is developed. Lived in caves. You can see this is a cave, and they have a orthognathes face, that is of a modern man. Their cranial capacity is 1600 cc, that is more intelligent than the modern man, that is the present time man. And what are the special features? They use bow and the arrow. Here you can see the tools also. Again, they bury their dead ones. They are expert in hunting because the tools are developed here. So they are expert in hunting, painting, and they also use ornaments. You can see the lady wearing the ornaments. So they also use ornaments. And what is the site of their fossil? That is Rock of France. And finally, our modern man, that is Homo sapiens sapiens, and they are evolved 18,000 years ago, and their cranial capacity is 1450 cc, that is equivalent to Neanderthal man. And they have, what are the special features? They develop distinct races. As we know that the human belongs to different parts of the world, in Australia, in Africa, America, everywhere. So these are the different races of humans. We belong to the same human beings, same genus, but our races are different. They develop cave art. And what is the site of fossil? That is Africa. So that is how this modern man evolved from the ape-like organism. Thank you for watching our video, and if you find it useful, please like and subscribe our channel. See you in next lecture.